This is Larry Osborne here. We've been talking about church governance. And in the previous videos, I talked about the incredibly important aspect of guarding the gate, keeping the wrong people off and bringing the right people on. But once you've got a team, one of the things that I find is so often neglected and is so incredibly important is that we give them the right training. Now, hang with me on this, because at first it might sound a little bit strange to hear from a pastor. But too often what we train people to do is simply to read their Bible more, pray better, and share their faith. Those are all incredibly important things. But you know what? If I've got somebody working with our junior hires, I also want to make sure they understand junior hires and how junior hires think and how to work with them and the unique sense of working in a junior high ministry. Well, it's the same thing with your leadership team. I find that more often than not, all the training is in the spiritual realm and nobody is training our leaders how to lead. One of the best things I did in the early years at North Coast Church was to gather our leaders together and we would read through both secular and Christian leadership books because that was the role that your leaders have. So my question for you is simply this: what are you doing to make them better leaders, to better understand the nonprofit environment, to better understand governance, to better understand being a leader? You know, one of the great compliments that I've ever received is when a number of our board members have come to board meetings and said, I just got a promotion, and a major part of my promotion in the marketplace is the things that I have learned being a part of this board. Man, that just touched my heart, because so often what I find is being a part of a board or a leadership team drains people rather than builds into people. So make sure that you have some thought through process of helping them at the end of their term to be better leaders. And again, that can come from all kinds of sources. It doesn't just have to come from Christian books. I find that Proverbs works in the marketplace, it works in a kingdom, and it works in a church. And when my plumbing is broken at my house, I don't really care whether the guy's truck has a fish on the back of it. I care whether he knows how to fix the plumbing. And it's the same thing when it comes to leadership. You want to simply look for those sources that have values and that have standards that align with Scripture, but understand day-to-day leadership. Make sure you give them that training, because if they pray better, they share their faith better, they read their Bible better, but they can't lead their way out of a paper bag, your board meetings are going to go way too long and come up with the wrong decision time after time after time. Guard the gate and then teach them how to do their job even better. You'll be glad you did.